Hello folks and welcome back to Medieval Total War. I am Step and this is going to be part 48 of my early campaign where I'm playing as Aragon. And at this point of the campaign it is time for me to reward you, my loyal and faithful viewers, if you haven't made it this far in the campaign, with some actual, war and some actual battles. Because if you have watched to this point, you will know that I'm going to win now on points. France did crumble to... what was it? Yeah, their king actually just died of old age. And he had no heirs, likely just because they were busy fighting rebellions and stuff. Their empire was crumbling anyway, and it was looking like it was possible that I was going to catch up to them on points anyway, but their empire has crumbled, leaving a pretty weakened, Europe, to say the least. There's really not much here when it comes to actual factions that are not rebels. The Swiss do exist here with their black and white emblem. It's kind of hard to distinguish them from the rebels, but there they are. They have a few. Yeah, it looks like they have a couple. Is it just like two? Do they just have two provinces? It's kind of looking like it. Burgundia and Switzerland. That's it. All right. Well, they have decent armies though. And then Italy has 3 provinces, but one of them is under siege by the Mongols. Germany has 1, 2, 3 provinces as well, but really not much in the way of armies. The papacy is here, but their strongest forces are kind of sandwiched in between the Byzantines, the Egyptians, and the Mongolians. So they're kind of afraid to leave this point here. They're a little bit overstretched. So that's like the strongest faction actually in Europe right now, other than me, is the papacy. So that's saying a lot. So there's tons of rebel forces, and my economy has tanked because of it, because I'm not trading with any of these rebel provinces. And even though I could just play this campaign as a video game and play it to win, knowing that this campaign ends in the year 1453, and I could just basically spam end of the year, end turn, until this campaign is over, and that would just be it. I just don't want to do that though. I don't totally go into the role-playing aspect in these games, but I do go a little bit into it. I do like to essentially, role-play a bit in the sense that right now I'm losing almost 6,000 florins per turn. That's not good. Obviously, I can still see it doesn't matter as far as what my economy is. I can be, negative 100,000. I can be a negative 100,000 in the hole. Doesn't matter as long as I win on points. That's victory. But that feels kind of dumb, doesn't it? Like it feels like I should leave this empire in a better state than it was when I started off. So I have my trading empire, and this is all I really wanted to achieve as far as land conquest for this campaign. I wanted to basically recreate the Crown of Aragon, and I've done a little bit more than that. I don't think they ever had Crete or Rhodes or Cyprus, but I just wanted to grab the Mediterranean Isles just for the heck of it. And this is all I really want. I grabbed Antioch because it was a campaign or a points objective. And they didn't obviously own all of Greece. They had like a little something there. I still haven't. I'm reading a book on Crown of Aragon, and I haven't really gotten that far yet. But yeah, this is all I really want. But it feels kind of dumb to, end the campaign just with a shitty economy. Like, I have 112,000 in the bank, but that's not going to last, too long. So, and I have a ton of armies, right? And they should be used. And I've been building up to this late game army that I was preparing to use against the French, but that has not become necessary. So, yeah, I think the point now is let's take back these rebel provinces, not to take the provinces, but let's try to kill these rebel armies and make it easier for these other factions to take back these provinces so that I can trade with them. Because unfortunately, I can't trade with rebels. It's kind of seems like a missed opportunity in this game. But yeah, oh well, like that's fine. So the double edge of this sword, though, is that if I take these provinces and then these provinces are retaken by other factions before these provinces can go rebel, then I'm going to end up at war with more factions than I want to be, and then I can't trade with them, obviously. So that's the double edged, right? So like if I end up at war with Egypt, that's just that's a lot more ports that I'm not trading with. So that could be bad. So there's going to be a trick here, and I think the idea is, if I can go into these provinces, like, it's going to be tricky in a lot of these situations where I want to, for instance, attack Toulouse, but I don't want these rebels to run away. So how do I do this? I have to send an army in there that they are willing to stand up and fight up against. And the idea would be to essentially win the battle, but not like, no, actually, no. The idea would be to damage this army a lot without winning the battle. Damage the army, but then like withdraw my army. And then hopefully these, the Swiss, for instance, feel comfortable about coming in here and taking Toulouse. I can do a naval invasion on Provence and do the same thing. I can go up here and attack Aquitaine. Although since Aquitaine is not bordering any other factions other than rebels, I can just take it and destroy the buildings inside, and then move on and do the the weakening strategy that I just mentioned to Anjou, for instance. But then I can take Brittany, and you get the idea. So that's kind of what I'm thinking is doing that. I can just like straight up raid the British Isles because there's nothing up here bordering any other factions, so I don't have to worry about this dragging me into wars with other factions, right? So I can just straight up like do a naval invasion and just burn this island to the ground, and just make a bunch of money off of all those buildings that I will be taking out. So yeah, that's that. Also, like a side effect of doing this is that I will be losing men in the process, and that is upkeep that I won't have to pay. So not only will I be making some money off of sacking these towns, not only will I be paying less upkeep on soldiers that I don't have to feed anymore, but then of course there's the long-term goal, which is that hopefully I can trade with these other factions. Now this also isn't like a perfect strategy, just because how many ports am I going to destroy accidentally by doing this? Anytime I invade a province, there's a chance that these buildings get destroyed, and it seems like there's a pretty high chance of ports being destroyed because it is a tier 1 building. There's no other tiers. So for other buildings, it seems like what will happen is it just gets knocked down a tier, but then the building itself remains. But then for these buildings that are simply just a 1-tier building, like an inn, there's no other upgrade to an inn. Same thing with a port, for instance. Like the buildings that you use to build boats, those are not upgrades to ports. They're kind of its own building chain. Port is its own thing. It's used specifically to connect provinces via the sea. Whereas these buildings are complete. This is a completely different chain. The master shipbuilder is the pinnacle of the shipbuilding tech tree. So yeah, it seems like ports have a very high chance of being destroyed, but maybe that chance is lessened if I actually do assault the castle itself when I want to get rid of the troops inside of it, instead of sieging out the castle. I'm not 100% on that either. I feel like there has been times where I've assaulted the castle and the port has been destroyed. So this is still something that I'm sort of figuring out and learning about. But I think I still think it's worth doing this. I still think it's worth doing, at least just for pure entertainment purposes and having something to do. So yeah, I pretty much have the armies that I want to use for this. I don't suppose there's any real point in using like my top tier generals, just because the unfortunate aspect of my strategy of attacking and then withdrawing is that that's going to create bad vices on my generals, which is really shitty. I really, wish that wasn't the case, but I'm pretty sure my guys will end up with some sort of vices, and I guess we can take a look at that as that comes. I don't think it should be like a good runner trait, because that's what you get if your guy actually like breaks in combat and runs away. It shouldn't be that. It should be something else. I know there's also cowardly, but again, it shouldn't be that either. I wonder if there's something specifically about hesitancy, because I know, for instance, if you attack on the campaign map and then during like the pre-battle screen where it shows the armies and everything, if you just say abandon the assault, then you get a chance of having a like hesitant attack or something like that, which is another bad vice. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it's going to be, like what bad vices I would get from withdrawing, but I would imagine there probably is something along those lines. I think so. I am training my lancers here, and this is my beast mode heavy cav that I can send up to. Yeah, I can send a couple of these guys up to Navarre and then Aragon, and then they can probably attack Toulouse and Aquitaine in the next turn. I mean, shit, I probably don't even want to use those Lancers in this battle. Like, I want to bring an army that this army feels comfortable facing off against, and I don't know. These Toulousian rebels are very, very weak, so I don't know what I'm going to come up with that I want to, fight that with. Down here, though, the rebels have a bit more in Morocco. However, this is the desert. Or no, it's not the desert. It's arid. Oh, cool. Okay. That makes things easier for me. I was thinking that I would have to bring... So if you're fighting in the desert, I think like the heaviest cav you want to bring is Feudal Knights, which is going back quite a ways in the tech tree for me. But they have like, armor that's not as heavy as Chivalric Knights or Lancers. But arid ground, it doesn't matter. Like I can just bring my Chivalric boys to that. It's once I get into Algeria and Tunisia, I think. This is rock, or... No, Algeria is also arid. Oh, okay. And then Tunisia is rock desert. And then, yeah, of course, Sarnasia is sand desert. I don't know if there's a difference between rock desert and sand desert with anything, really. I wonder if that's a difference between the camels, because I know the camels have an attack advantage in desert, but it doesn't really specify if it's like sand or rock, or if it's both, or if it's just sand. I don't know. So that is kind of a mystery. It would be weird if camels only had advantages just in the sand desert, but maybe that's the point though, because weren't camels mostly just for sandy parts of the desert and not like the hilly? I don't know. It's a weird wording thing that kind of makes it confusing. I suppose I could maybe look it up when I'm in battle. Maybe it would show me if I press F1 and it'll show me the stats. In any case, I was thinking that I would have to switch out some units and like bring some like feudal men-at-arms and stuff with light armor to attack Morocco, but that's not the case anymore. I can just simply bring the armies that I intended to bring because I should be ready. I think I have. I don't have pikemen down here yet, but do I care? What the? I mean, I have 3 ready to go here, so let's just bring these guys down, and then I can attack in the next turn. That is fine. I did have a 6-star general here that Lord Berengar, and I gave him a title, Captain General. That's a title that I got from the latest fancy building that I built, the Marshal's Palace. The Marshal gains his title from being a King's Farrier, or Master of Horse, but his rank is now far greater than that humble start. The Marshal's post involves royal ceremony, precedence, and maintenance of good order. The palace matches the glory and honor of its occupant. So yeah, that gave him like extra command and all that fun stuff, maybe extra loyalty as well. So he's pretty good, great warrior, +5. Oh, unhinged loon. -3 morale and -30 happiness. There's no way I gave the Captain General title to an unhinged loon. That had to have been gained after I gave him that. There's no way I made that. No. I checked. I had to have checked. Oh shit. Okay, well, I'm not gonna have him lead my armies. I wonder, can I strip him of that title? I don't want him to have that if he's gonna be crazy. -3 morale is very, very bad. So let's see if I can find an emissary and strip him of this title. I don't think this is something that I've shown yet in this campaign. Here's an emissary. You're not doing anything, are you? No, you're not. Let's come down here and strip this man. Yes, cool. That'll work. So he will lose loyalty by doing this. I'm taking his title away, but he has plenty of loyalty, so it should be fine. And then I can give that title to someone else. So that's going to be the key there. So if he's not going to lead my armies attacking Morocco, who is? Looks like I don't really have a ton of good options down here, do I? I have a 2-star general here, but he's in a unit of Genites. I do prefer heavy cav, but that's just kind of a personal preference. Maybe that 2-star general will be my best option. I mean, he is a charismatic leader. That gives +3 morale. That's not freaking bad, honestly. Yeah, actually, maybe Lord Demania. Maybe I make you my general of my army is heading south. Yeah, I mean, Spanish Genites, I do prefer heavy cav, but like, you know, heavy and light cav fighting in the desert seems kind of like the right fit. And, you know, he can throw his javelins and stay out of combat and hopefully stay safe. So that should be fine as a general. And then from there, since I'm fighting in arid ground, I don't need to worry about bringing feudal knights. I can just go ahead and bring the heavies. So let's bring in a couple chivalric knights. And then from there, let's bring in 3 arquebusiers. I have you, and then I have you. Ooh, I have some pikes down here. Oh, cool. Oh, cool, cool, cool. So I can bring these guys right away. And then another pike. Let's see, I'm looking for one more gun. Here's my gun. And then typically what I would bring in my late era Catholic armies would be like some chivalric foot knights. But I don't know, this seems like overkill for these armies here because chivalric foot knights, because they have a polearm, the polearm is going to give units a +3 attack versus cavalry and then +1 defense versus cavalry. I believe they also have a bonus versus armor, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But they're really, really good units. They're the best heavy cav that the Catholic factions have. One of the best, you know, heavy infantry, that is. But that does seem like a little bit of overkill down here. I mean, what are they be used against? There's like a unit and a half. Well, that's like a unit and a half of feudal knights. Nothing too crazy though, honestly. And there's really not much heavy infantry that they have to cut through. There is some chivalric knights, but I feel like bringing swordsmen is a better answer against this army in general. So how about I do that instead? Instead of bringing the chivalric foot knights, how about I bring down some chivalric men-at-arms instead? Tell me I have these. Yes, I do. There's one. And here's another. And one more. There you are. Now, what is this army missing? So I have my guns, my pikes, my swordsmen, and then I have my heavy cav, my general. I want 2 more genites. And I'm forgetting something. 2 more units. What am I forgetting here? Was I bringing units of Pavis Arbalesters in these armies? I can't. Gosh, it's been. See, this is what happens when I've just been working too much and I haven't been playing custom battles in a while. I'm practicing my army comps and I kind of forgot how this works. I'm assuming I must have been bringing Pavis Arbalesters, but like thinking about it off the top of my head, I don't even know how that works in this army comp, but let's just go with it. Let's see if this works. Let's see if this works. Do I even want to wait to get this title off of this general and give it to him? It'd make him a 4-star general, which would be pretty good. What is he going up against? Like, I think I've been messing with these guys down here for so long that they're pretty bad. Who would be the general of this army? You, maybe? And then do you have anything? Ooh, brave beyond belief. Yeah, +3 morale. So there is that. Let's see, maybe I can assassinate you. What would be the chances of getting an assassination in on you? 66% chance. Yeah, maybe. Okay, alright. So maybe I can go in there and fight him. And at least he is a 0-star general, so there's that. And yeah, let's just kind of go in there. Let's fight this. Should I bring like an extra army, or should I just try to do it with this? It's a bit of stuff to cut through. But, yeah, let's bring a second army, just because it's not just, you know, Morocco. I do intend on, of course, taking Algeria as well. So 2 armies just to be safe. If they do retreat from Morocco into Algeria, you know, whatever, I can just go in there and fight them as well. I am now all set for the rest of my attacks. I've decided, you know, I was going to go a little bit light on these rebels here, but even if they do retreat, that is fine. I may as well bring full stacks just because I know I will be continuing on into other provinces, you know. So yeah, I did bring some artillery in case I do need to get into these castles and crack them open, and that should be fine. Let's see if I want to take a look at these generals. I'm just being led by a 3-star Don Ferdinand Berenguer. I have to learn how to say that name because there's a lot of Berenguers in the Aragon pantheon. You know, there's a ton of them. So yeah, he's just a great warrior. You know, +5 health. Other than that, there's nothing else. +3 valor. So yeah, he will be a good fighter, but he's nothing special as a general. I don't think. Yeah, no. But you know, 3 stars is fine. That will get the job done. Down here we have a 4-star general, Lord de Padilla, keeper of the previous seal. That's one of my titles that I gave to him. And yeah, great warrior, murderous temper, and then let's see, anything else? Fanatic, yeah, nothing else that really matters as a leader. But you know, 4 stars is not bad, and he's just going to be going up against these rebels here in Aquitaine. I already showed you my forces attacking Morocco. And then I will be attacking the Byzantines as well. I don't really intend on winning this battle, and that's fine. That's kind of the point, right? This is one direction where I don't really intend on advancing on into because it is surrounded by a bunch of other actual factions. So I don't want to take Serbia. I want to actually just kind of damage the Byzantines enough so that, you know, either the papacy or the Egyptians feel comfortable enough to take out this province. And that'd be really good. I also think that this is the only family member left of the Byzantines. This Zeo-Star Emperor, John III. And yeah, he's pretty boring. There's no vices or virtues of this man. He's just 2 piety, bunch of influence, 1 dread, and that is it. That's all you get with this guy. So yeah, I didn't see any other family members for the Byzantines, so I think if I kill him, that would be it for this faction. And yeah, if I just damage this this force enough so that these other factions feel comfortable enough to take this province, that would be very, very nice. And then down here in Antioch, I don't have like an overwhelming amount of forces to where I feel like I can really attack out in every direction. You know, the Egyptians still have a decent presence around me, surrounding me by Edessa, Lesser Armenia, and Anatolia, and I don't want to give them any reason to feel like they can defeat me, so I definitely want to keep enough forces here in Antioch, but I thought maybe if I could beat this rebel force here in Tripoli, that would be nice, and if I could also take Palestine, that would open up these provinces for the Egyptians on this side to take back Palestine and Tripoli so that I could trade with them. Syria is tempting just because that looks like it would be a good fight. You know, there's a bunch of ex-French Empire forces here. That'd be really fun to fight in the desert, but I don't know if it's really worth it from a monetary perspective, because even if I weaken it enough so that Egypt takes it, I don't know if there'd be enough money being made. They do have a bunch of tradable goods. You know, they do have silk and then spice and gems. The issue, though, is that Syria is landlocked, so the trading capability of this province is very limited. It would essentially only be able to trade with my province of Antioch, and I don't know how much money I'd be making off of that. It might actually be, you know, a little sum, but like, you know, gems I think are pretty rare, so I think they are worth a bit, but I don't know if it's really worth that fight. Not with the forces that I have here in Antioch. That's probably not. So for the time being, I'm just going to focus on Tripoli and then Palestine, and then maybe call it good in this direction of the world. I don't know. Maybe I'll change my mind later. But yeah, and then other than that, I'm going to be sending a force up here to Wessex, and this is going to be sort of my raiding party that takes on England, and just kind of, this is all about just burning England to the ground just to make some money off of, getting rid of these buildings and sacking these buildings and all that. And then I might, you know, go on through Scandinavia after that, just because this is more territory that's not bordered by rebel factions. So that's probably going to be the play up here. Norway, Sweden, just do it up there. Denmark I might leave alone just because it is bordering Germany, so it'd be nice if Germany eventually, you know, took some of these places, right? Like Friesland or Denmark or Pomerania or Prussia or something, but we'll see. Maybe I can do a naval invasion on Prussia. You know, there's a sizable amount of forces here. You know, that's the thing. I don't need to like do this every single every single rebel province. Just the ones that look like, you know, they're kind of daunting enough so that the AI factions would kind of leave them alone for a while. Those are the ones I want to attack, just to kind of give the AI an in. So I think I'm at the end of my turn. I didn't really check anything else. I actually kind of forgot. I was just focused on armies, and I didn't really check on anything else, but I don't really want to be building stuff right now with the amount of money that I'm losing. I am training some pikes and some lancers and some chivalric cav, so I can use them for chivalric. I probably don't need any more of these guys, honestly. Let's save the money on that. And yeah, I don't really want to be training and building too many things right now, just because I do want to focus on getting my economy fixed up. So that's probably going to be it. Yeah, I'm going to be leaving these armies here in Naples for now. I don't really know what to do with them. I might kind of send some of these up to England to help out up here, maybe even Scandinavia later on. But yeah, that's going to be it for now. So let's just kind of get this underway. There's going to be potentially a lot of fighting, unless there's just going to be a lot of retreating from the AI. So let's save that and this, and yeah, let's see what this turn has in store for us. It could be a pretty big one. Could be a bit of a fighting here, which would be nice because it's been a while, right? All right, sweet. So my assassin actually did kill that general that was giving a morale boost to this army, so that's really good. And then, yeah, the rebels have retreated here in Wessex. That's, you know, to be expected. I did bring some guns, though, so I have some big artillery that can help me break into that castle. And then, yeah, Aquitaine, that's to be expected. And then Toulouse, they also retreated here as well. Looks like the Swiss came in, so hopefully that doesn't mean I'm just at war with the Swiss now. I don't want to be. Yeah, it says the Swiss have retreated. Okay, I really hope that doesn't mean that I just became at war with them. And let's see, the Golden Horde is retreating from Bavaria. Interesting. It doesn't really seem like the Italians have brought much forces there, but so be it. And here we go. So this is going to be the fight in Serbia. Wow, the forces are actually very, very even. They just have 4 more men than me in total. So that's, wow, that's pretty crazy. But their initial force is going to have just a ton of cataphracts. Like, this is a lot of good heavy cav. That's a lot. At 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And they're all almost healthy. Like, very, very healthy. Yeah. Just one unit has 38 men instead of 40, and that's it. So yeah, 7 units of cataphracts. Holy shit, that's pretty crazy. Other than that, yeah, 4 arbalesters, which is a good unit, and then yeah, 3 regular archers, and then 2 guns. So like no mainline infantry. So a very imbalanced army. Interesting. Yeah, very interesting. Reinforcements. Yeah, this is where the infantry comes in. More guns, more naphtha throwers, which are annoying. Archers. A lot of Pavese crossbows. And then regular arbalesters. But I'm not seeing any Pavese arbalesters. And I'm not seeing any heavy infantry. Like no actual mainline infantry at all. Wow, okay. So I have to withstand that first cataphract rush. And then the rest of it's going to be grinding through a bunch of archers. Okay. And I have to keep in mind that I don't want to actually win this battle. I want to do a lot of damage. And then peace out. So for my forces, how would I get my composition ready? I think I'll probably just go with my standard late army composition. And I'll be able to show that off to you guys. And yeah, I'll make sure I try to have enough cav, like, and reinforcements to chase down all of these archers. Here we are in Serbia, and man, oh man, am I rusty. I mean, it's been a long time since I played a battle in this game, so, oh dear. Let's just kind of jump into it. Looks like it's pretty heavily forested with their little ridge right there, a little bit of a town right here, so I suppose that could work in my favor, considering that I'm kind of worried about the cataphract rush, right? So actually kind of getting in here with a little bit of terrain to help block up the rush wouldn't be the worst thing for me, honestly. And if I feel very, very threatened, I could just kind of hang out here in this forest where I will, well, I mean, they will have the disadvantage. I don't want to say I will have the advantage. I don't know, but they will at least have the disadvantage. So let's just kind of begin the battle and start getting my guys grouped up like as fast as possible. There they are in front of me. So let's just kind of get, I'm going to be working with like, essentially 3 wings of infantry. Each wing is going to be composed of 1 unit of pikes, 1 unit of chivalric foot knights, and then 1 unit of arquebusiers. So let's kind of bring you guys over here. And then Pavese crossbows. I can't even remember like what was my plan with these guys when I composed this army. I'm not sure. So it's going to be a bit of a learning experience here. Sometimes when I come up with these army comps, I'm thinking really outside the box, so much so that when I like come back to that army comp, I'm like, holy shit, what was I thinking? I don't know. So let's see what happens here. Rather than going for a straight-on charge, which is what I kind of thought that they were going to do, considering that, you know, they have the strength in cavalry, they are backing up on the hill, which is interesting. So I'm gonna, man, facing them in a wide open plain doesn't seem like the wisest choice for me. What I will do is I will go through the forest on this side and see if I can bring them into an engagement over here. It looks like I have forced them into sort of repositioning themselves, and I wonder where their next move is going to be, because, I mean, if they're just going to switch over to that high ground over on that side, that's going to be really annoying. Because I'm in a spot where I wouldn't mind fighting here. Are they going to switch? Or they... Yeah, it looks like... Okay, they might just be facing me, so that's good. That gives me hope that I can still draw them in this direction. So now you can see that you can have a better idea of how I'm using these units. My idea of pike and shot warfare, I mean, it's very limited. I will, give you that. But yeah, guns in front, pikes here, and then chivalric foot knights to basically support this. The guns are set to skirmish so that when this side gets attacked, I can skirmish back. With the crossbows, gosh, I'm still like kind of confused. I can't remember exactly how I used these when I came up with this army composition. I can't remember, and I had to have been them. I don't think I was using anything else, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe, gosh, was I using swords instead? But in any case, this is an idea. An idea is basically using my arbalesters and my heavy cav out on one extreme flank. I actually don't mind this idea at all, because the arbalesters might be able to draw the enemy forward into a frontal attack, which I will take gladly. Chivalric Knights will destroy anything on that side of the field, including Cataphracts. Cataphracts are a very good heavy cav unit, but they do get outdated, and I will say that Chivalric Knights is definitely the point where Cataphracts start to, wish that they had kept up with the times. So let's kind of bring my, left flank. It's a little bit, I don't mind leaving them a little bit exposed out here, but keeping them in the forest. And then maybe using my Genites to maybe get, a little bit of, maybe just toy the flanks on this side. Maybe I can draw them forward into my forested flank here. And then just bring up my center to support. I'm not too comfortable with this because it looks like they have a little bit of a slope advantage here. So I'm not too crazy about that. We might be getting a little bit of a bite here by our big fish on this side. Looks like we have a unit of Cataphracts. I might want to come play with our Genites, and I would not mind that at all. I mean, these units are just made for this. They're much faster than Cataphracts. They have their javelins that are, really good at punching through that armor. And yeah, if they want to come play, let's come play. They definitely do have the archers that can help out. And what is happening right now? So the music's playing. That means that someone's shooting at someone. Is it my guys that are shooting? Not sure. It looks like nothing. Usually there's some flashing red cards down here. Nothing is flashing right now. Are you guys shooting? Who's shooting? Okay, so they're shooting. Okay, got it. So my guys need to move up a little bit to be in range here. And what do we have up here? Arquebusiers, and handguns. Okay. So I'm not too afraid of that, to be honest. And on this side, let's see. I want to keep our guys... I really want to keep them moving here and here. And then... Let's see. Probably move... Our center can push up. And I should probably move up my left flank. I don't think I'm going to be able to keep them in the forest. So let's put you there. And then, yeah, let's put these guys up here. And are we shooting now? Looks like my guys are shooting on this side. And their guns and archers are moving forward. Then how are we doing on this side? Are my guys getting shot at? Looks like they are. So let's bring them back a little bit. My 2 units of Genites are occupying the attention of a third of their force on this side, which is fine with me. As long as my guys don't get too banged up. What I could do then, in that case, is bring up my center to reinforce this side of the fight, and then I can bring up my left flank to sort of isolate this side over here. And then, how are we doing? So it looks like my arquebusiers, I think I need to go all in with my heavy cav on this side. Make sure you run here and here. And then bring my arbalesters down here to get some flanking shots in. And yeah, my heavy cav can run down this entire flank on this side. My guns are shooting in the center, here and then here. Where is my general? Let's make sure that you keep up with us, the army. Chivalric Foot Knights are slow. That is a problem. They have a hard time keeping up with like everyone else. Let's move my Spanish Unités up a little bit here. And yeah, it looks like my Chivalric Foot Knights are just doing a really good job there. And yeah, we can start shooting into here. And here. And yeah, Chivalric Foot Knights, like, even though they're getting charged by shooting into cataphracts, the fact that I can start shooting at these cataphracts with my arbalesters and my guns there and there, that's going to be really good. And my Chivalric Foot Knights, they will hang on, I believe. I mean, they should hang on for a while. These are Arquebusiers. I'm surprised they're still fighting, honestly. And let's see, how are we doing here? Yeah, my Genites are doing a really good job of occupying the attention of this entire side. So let's keep pushing forward with my left flank. And let's push forward with my center as well. And yeah, how are we doing? Yeah, now my Chivalric Knights are getting chewed up a little bit. Yes, they are. Ooh, pikes, you should not be in front of the guns. That's not the best place for you. Ugh, that was a big mistake. Jeez. Oh dear. Yeah, Chivalric Knights are getting chewed up a little bit, aren't they? Let's see. Alright, now it looks like they might be coming. Yeah, are they going to come forward? I can't quite tell. And let's see, Arbalesters. Where's my other unit of Arbalesters? Yeah, you guys can move up a little bit here. And yeah, cataphracts, if they want to come forward, like I got some pikes ready for them, so that's going to be fine for me. And yeah, let's see, you guys can back up a little bit. And yeah, it looks like this unit of Chivalric Foot Knights, they lasted a long time. And we're able to do some damage to these cataphracts on this side. Keep shooting in here with my Arbalesters, here and then here. And then these Chivalric Foot Knights, man, they took more damage than I thought that they would, fighting, you know, like archers and guns and shit like that. So that's not ideal. Let's turn around here and fight these. You know, we can get a downhill charge, and then we can continue to get some shots into these cataphracts on this side. Let's move forward with my units here. And then maybe what I can do is send in my infantry to support this fight. Like, yeah, maybe, gosh, it's hard to say. I want to keep shooting with my guns, honestly. I feel like that's going to be a good play. Shoot guns, and then, yeah, shoot. Just keep shooting into the rear. Bring my general up, and I feel like my my center is like not really in the best position. So let's keep moving you guys up here. And are we getting shots in? Yes, we are getting shots on this side. At this point, gosh, I'm really tempted. Yeah, this whole side's pretty inactive, which I'm fine with. My guns are just like shooting now in these cataphracts, which is pretty good for us, I'd say. And yeah, now my Chivalric Knights are, yeah, they're being taken apart, and yeah, they did get taken apart. It's not great. I was hoping that my missile units would be more effective at supporting that fight here. So yeah, that's a little bit dicey. It's a little bit dicey. But now we got cataphracts coming up, so let's kind of move my pikes in here, and I can, let's see, take this fight here. So let's get pikes and then Chivalric Foot Knights fighting, and then pikes are fighting in these cataphracts head on. That's a pretty good fight for us. Guns can turn around and stop running away. And then, yeah, guns on this side, you can kind of reposition yourselves. Let's see, Chivalric Foot Knights, actually, yeah, you guys come up and take this charge. And then guns, turn around here. And then, yes, perfect opportunity for my Genites to get in here and fight these archers here and then here. And then, let's see, so that's going well. My general, I think, do I want to engage my general yet? I don't think so. Yeah, there we go. That's perfect. That's looking very good. Guns are still not in a great spot, so let's kind of get you guys moving over here on this side. And then, how are my archers doing? Are you guys still shooting? Let's go up here and shoot these cataphracts. And then you move down a little bit here. And let's see, cataphracts. All right, so you move up, please. And then Royal Knights, yeah, let's have you stay back a little bit. And then Arquebusiers on this side. You can run and turn around and get some shots into the flanks of these cataphracts there. And then how are we doing on this side? Arquebusiers, yeah, you guys can move up a little bit. And then are you shooting at these cataphracts? Yes, you are. Alright, so this is getting a little bit better, I think. So arquebusiers are shooting... let's get you guys moving up again. And then, let's see. Genetes. Let's see. Turn around. And I kind of want these guys to get ready to throw javelins into the flanks of these cataphracts. But let's keep pressuring these missile units instead. We'll just stay, we'll stay active with them. Let's see. You guys, there you go. And are they running? What are they doing? What's my left flank doing? You turn around here, and I think, yeah, guns can turn around and shoot into the rear of these cataphracts there, and then my right flank can move up together. And then let's get my police arblasters to move up. Oh yeah, that's what I was worried about. Yeah, actually, let's get you guys turned around, and you can start shooting at any reinforcements that are coming in. That seems like a good play. And then let's have my general stay closer to the army. Guns, you don't have to shoot into your own men. That's probably not necessary. Alright, so what do we got here? We have basically like one more healthy unit of cataphracts, it looks like. So, I'm tempted to send Genetes in to attack here. They can attack these archers, and then, yeah, left flank move up. And then middle also move up here. Actually, guns. Genetes, throw your javelins if you want. That would be good. Now my guys are getting some javelins tossed into these cataphracts. And that's looking pretty good for me, because now my guns are able to start shooting here. You guys can move up as well and get some shots into these cataphracts. And let's keep poking. Let's keep poking here. Let's fight these arbalesters with my Genetes. Hopefully we can win that battle. And then, let's see, how are we doing on this side? Are we skirmishing with these arbalesters? We don't have a great position, so let's try to get up on this hill a little bit better here. And then here. And then my right flank is out of position, so let's push forward with you guys. There. And yeah, general, I don't know what's been hitting my general, but he's lost some men. So yeah, guns are shooting into the rear of these cataphracts. My Genetes did get caught, which is not ideal. So let's send up my infantry to support this. And then are these Genetes going to lose to arbalesters? That's going to be a close fight, I guess. I didn't think it was going to be. And then, so we don't get friendly fire, let's send my guns up to fight to this. And yeah, they can come up here and shoot here as well. And yeah, it's just that one unit of, let's send my Royal Knights to kill these arbalesters, because I think they've been doing a lot of damage as well. And then, yeah, now we have our infantry helping our Genetes fight this unit of cataphracts. So hopefully we can turn this fight around. And then let's send my chivalric foot knights on this side over to help as well. And then my pikes on this side can make sure that my guns stay protected over here. Because yeah, we still have some archers and arbalesters to deal with on this side. That looks good. And my Pavis arbalesters on this side are in a good position to basically get rid of like anything coming in. So let's make sure we get rid of these naphtha throwers, because they can be very, very dangerous. Yeah, let's try to get rid of them. In fact, oh geez, I should have some cav chase off those naphtha throwers, but I sent my general over here to fight down these arbalesters, so I don't really have any cav available. Unless, do I have reinforcements I can bring out? I kind of completely forgot about that. Ugh. Yeah, see, I'm rusty. It's been a while. I'm forgetting about reinforcements and like basic shit like that. So yeah, let's try to get rid of these naphtha throwers. And let's see. Looks like yeah, that's the king or the emperor. So looks like he might be dying kind of soon. And on this side, yeah, let's just get you guys moving up here. And yeah, guns just keep moving up. What I would like to do is to stop chasing these arbalesters with my king, or not my king, but my general, and turn around and try to kill off their emperor here just to make sure the job is done. He's been swarmed by my infantry, but I want to make sure that the job is done here. So let's turn around and face off against him. We see I still have arbalesters shooting into my guys. Oh man, it'd be nice to have some cav left. I really there we go, perfect. That's awesome. So now, regardless of what happens in this battle, the Byzantines should be finished. I mean, unless I missed something, which, you know, I very well could have. So with that being done, the enemy army is probably going to be, let's see, pretty, let's try to run off these guys here. And yeah, the enemy army is going to take a morale hit, so they should be easier to push off at this point. Although, like I said before, I don't really want to win this battle, so frankly, at this point, I'm thinking about, let's just withdraw with everyone. Yeah, I just want to withdraw with everyone. Yep, they're running away, and hopefully we can run away before they run away. Because, yeah, there's still some forces coming in for the Byzantines here that are still fighting, and I just want everyone to withdraw. Yeah, that's gonna be the play here. So how did we do? So yeah, we did kill 604 of their men. We only lost 341, so that was not bad, I thought. And how did my units do? I mean, yeah, chivalric foot knights did very well. I mean, it doesn't differentiate between the foot knights and the actual chivalric knights. 48 kills, 52, 52, 46, and 32. That's not bad. Or 32 is on the Genites, okay. But these Arblasters, yeah, they did really good. 94 kills and 81 kills on them. Yeah, pikemen just held the ground. That was their job. Royal Knights, yeah, I got some kills as well. And yeah, guns, you know, it's like solid and it's steady. You know, it's a steady presence of getting kills. And anytime they get kills against a unit, Jesus, that's very, very loud. But yeah, when they do get kills against a unit, that unit does take a morale hit. So it does kind of keep the enemy off balance in that regard. So yeah, I felt pretty good about that. That was kind of a solid performance, I'd say. And hopefully that was able to achieve my my goal, right? Which is getting rid of the Byzantines, and hopefully someone else takes Serbia now, and the other provinces for that matter. You know, Constantinople, I don't think it's too strongly held. So it looks like the rebels in Tripoli did retreat, which is unfortunate. I really thought that they would actually stand and fight me there. So, and yeah, they retreated in Morocco as well. Okay, well, that's fine, I suppose. Let's see. Byzantines, they captured 4 men. And I'll pay 167. Yeah, it's fine. And then rebels captured. Is this Tripoli, I'm assuming? Yeah, so captured. Jesus Christ. Captured a bunch of their guys. Value of confiscated lands. Yeah, just release them all. Looks like the Germans are dealing with some unrest in Brandenburg. And yeah, the Germans also just lost their king, or their emperor, but they have a new one elected. And that is it for the Byzantines. Okay, so. What do we got here? So brave beyond belief. Who achieved this? Someone who didn't fight at all in that last turn. Okay, cool. Well, +3 morale is still good, so that's fine. Utterly fearless. +2 morale for another man that did not fight in that last turn. Oh dear. Often drunk? Okay, well, that happens too. Alright, so what do we got here? This is going to take 3 turns for this to fall. I did bring artillery though, so I can come in here and get rid of this. What do we have? A citadel, so it's a tier 4. Tier 4 castle, so that should be fine. Is this another citadel? Citadel and a barbican, which is the first tier of defensive upgrades for this. So yeah, these are going to be tough little cookies to crack. Luckily, I did bring my my culverins, which is I believe this is my final tier of siege equipment, so it should be pretty good. I might need to bring more though, honestly. I kind of forgot to bring 3. Or even like, what was it? What did I learn in the Almads campaign? Bring 6? Like bring a ton? Yeah, two might be a little bit too conservative. How long is this going to take? 3 turns for the castle in Toulouse to fall, and another 3 turns for the castle in Aquitaine. So, Morocco did not have a castle, so that was immediately taken. Now I can just like burn down these 3 buildings. I can leave the port and I can move on to Algeria. And yeah, that should be fine. And yeah, the Byzantines, yeah, they still have a decent bit of forces left, but it's like mostly archers. I wonder if I did enough to make the Egyptians or maybe the papacy want to attack. I don't know if I did. The papacy seems a little bit stuck. You know, I don't think they can still move. just because they have to defend against the Mongols and the Egyptians. The Egyptians, though, I don't know, like maybe, are they at war with the Mongols? They're not. They're not at war with anyone. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, the Egyptians should take Serbia. And Constantinople. Like, I should have really left an opening for them here. So that'd be nice. That'd be nice if they took these provinces and I could start making money again off of these ports. That'd be really, really sweet. And then, yeah, up here in Wessex, I did take this. How long is this going to take? 2 turns. And what is it? It's a castle. So tier 3, ring wall, and catapult towers. Okay, so 2 defensive upgrades. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I brought enough artillery, honestly. I brought 3 pieces of artillery for this one. So, I suppose I could crack into this castle. Because I want to do anything that I can to make sure I keep these ports, you know. That's going to be really the priority here. So attacking these castles, if that really increases the chances of keeping the ports, that's going to be key. It really is. And am I making any like more money? Okay, so instead of losing 6,000, I'm losing 5,000. I don't know if I really achieved anything other than lose some men. So maybe that was it. Maybe I should just disband some boats. Like, I like having a strong navy and all, but I don't know. My navy right now might be a little bit too insane. For my next move, I have decided to get some of my Naples armies into action here and actually send a group up to Scotland to help this army in Wessex, you know, team up and we can take down the UK together, just kind of burning and pillaging and all that fun stuff. Down here in Toulouse, I realized that there is no port in this province, so if I just siege this province out, that should be fine, even though it is going to take 3 turns. That's fine. That allows me to send my cannons from this province over to Aquitaine, so that then I can bring 4 cannons to bear in Aquitaine. Aquitaine does have a port, so hopefully we can save that port by assaulting this castle. Again, that doesn't seem to be a guaranteed thing, but I don't know if it's just, you know, a higher chance or so. I'm not sure. But that's going to be the play there. Morocco, I can attack Algeria immediately. And then down here in Tripoli, I can also assault this castle. I think I do have the siege equipment necessary. Yeah, I have 3 demi-culverins, and this is just a the 3rd tier castle. So that should be fine, maybe, hopefully. There's some tough units inside of it though, so that could end up being a pretty tough fight. Yeah, now that I'm looking at it, Jesus, I mean, like 4 units of really decent, you know, heavy spearmen is tough. And then two units of chivalric men-at-arms, gosh, I don't know. I'm starting to rethink things on that. I might have to bring in some reinforcements. How long for this to fall? Oh, just 2 turns. I mean, I need to attack it because I don't want this port to get destroyed. In any case, that's going to be that. And then also I will send this force up to Serbia just to destroy another stack. It's like all archers and grenade throwers at this point. So if I just kind of bring like a bunch of heavy cav, this is going to be fun. I'm not going to dismount these guys. I will just bring all 6 chivalric knights and just run down these fools in Serbia. But again, I just want to leave it at 1 stack. Like, just want to destroy 1 stack and then we will see if there's any more, if like, you know, Egypt will come and take Serbia. So that's going to be the play going forward. But I don't think I have enough time for another turn because that could potentially be a lot of fighting, including, you know, some tough siege battles. So I'm going to leave it at that. So that's all going to have to wait until the next episode. As always, I hope you've enjoyed this one, and thank you very much for watching. This has been Constep playing Medieval Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.